it's Liz Yuille from Old Staples Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me again for a Top Tip Tuesday. And as promised on Saturday, this is going to be how to set up your Christmas rose stamp set on your Stamparatus so that you can really quickly do lots of these, complete with heat embossing. So we've got photopolymer and red rubber. So basically the outline is in red rubber and all the infills and the sentiments are in photopolymer, and I'll show you how it works. So I have started with a quarter sheet of Whisper White cardstock and pop that onto my Stamparatus with Sahara Sand ink, and I'm only using Sahara Sand because it's pale and a kind of neutral colour that will blend back. Ink up your photopolymer stamp, sorry, your red rubber stamp, and stamp it down. So the only thing you have to remember with this is to make sure that your stamp will fit into the space of your quarter sheet of cardstock. And, whoops, haven't pressed that bit down quite hard enough. That's better. Let's go back in on that. It's not vital at this stage because we are going to be heat embossing. However, so that's that. Let's take our magnets off and put them as far away from each other as possible. So we now need to introduce our rubber mat because we're going photopolymer. I've got the one with the grid on because I like the fact that it's got a grid without having to use the paper necessarily. So remembering which way you've got your rose, so I've got my rose so that the smaller rose is towards me and the leaves are away. We can then pop our magnets back on and make sure everything is in the corner of the Stamparatus, and I'm just taking off this so that I can show you what I'm then going to do. So with our photopolymer stamp, and yes, it's already stained because I've been using cherry cobbler, I am going to line up the outside of my rose infill with the outside of my rose outline stamp, and then take my Stamparatus plate and just pick up the stamp. Make sure, because it's photopolymer, you may find that the photopolymer stamp brings the card up when you've stamped it. That's fine, just make sure you put it back down again before you stamp. And I am just going to clean this stamp so I don't end up completely covered in Sahara Sand ink. Right, so cherry cobbler. Obviously you can do whatever colour you want, but I'm matching the paper, which is cherry cobbler and I think Mossy Meadow and Poppy Parade. So just, that's fine. So as you can see, it's gone round the little berries and those sorts of things. So I can close that up for the moment. Grab my chamois, that's the word I was looking for, and clean that off. And then take that plate out and introduce the next one. And all I have done is again lined up the berries and the stamp and the leaves and the stamp onto the Stamparatus so it's good to go. And then I can just pop them out in vast quantities. So if this is your Christmas card, just think how many, oh, one of my lights has given up, just think how many of these you could pump out in a few minutes, because all you're doing is using your Stamparatus to make sure that you've got everything in the right place. Fantastic saving of time, and pretty much what this stamp set was made for. So turn that over, bring in my Mossy Meadow, which I have just re-inked, so let's hope it's not too wet. No, it's about right. Hurrah and la la. Now the only thing you need to be careful of is that because these are distinctive stamps, you don't want to do what I've done, which is put the edge of my stamp, my ink pad, on the middle of the leaf, because then you get a line. So do just remember that at the end you want to go back in and make sure you haven't got any lines. And then, let me just clear that off because that's going to annoy me. And then stamp that down and give it a good amount of welly. And gently pull it up. And there we are, beautifully lined up. So let me get rid of the ink on those and then take that out. Now there is one stamp that I would say you do by hand, and that's the fir cone, which is actually the same fir cone for all 3 fir cones, if you see what I mean, same stamp for all 3 fir cones. I'm doing them in soft suede, and because I've now got everything else stamped, I can pretty much see where I need to line up, because I'm putting this in the gap between some dark colours. And the last one. So that's all stamped, but obviously it's looking a little sad still because it's just the outlines. So again, we're going to remove our mat, pop in our magnets again, having made sure that we're in the corner. Embossing buddy, because we're going to heat emboss. And because I'm going straight from ink to heat embossing, I have been quite generous so that I can make sure that I haven't got any wet ink there. Versamark ink, and ink this up really well, because it's a large stamp and you want to make sure that you've got everything well inked. And then stamp that down. This is where you pray that you did clean your photopolymer stamp. Now obviously if you were doing them all in one go, you could just position the stamps as you go. That looks as if I've got it all. The moment of truth, of course, is going to be when I put embossing powder on. So let's move that to one side. Grab my embossing powder. And I think I got it all. I think I did. Flick the back. Grab my heat tool and my trusty cheese board. What would I be without my trusty cheese board, eh? Heat up my heat gun. And off we go. Love it! And how is that for pretty? And beautifully heat embossed. Gorgeous. So then all you would need to do is die cut that out and you've got your beautiful, really quick. So just line up once, stamp, die cut. Perfect. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I hope you found that useful. And as I say, this will be available to purchase on the 1st of November for customers. So pop that in your diary. I will remind you nearer the time, and it will be around as long as stocks last. So if it's popular, it's going to go quickly, and it's already popular with demonstrators, so just saying. I've linked everything below, so there's a link to my website. I'll have some close-up pictures and some written information. Obviously, if you've got anything that you want to purchase and you're in the UK, I would be thrilled if you would shop with me. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, and if you don't already subscribe, please do so, bottom right-hand corner. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.